Doug, so far you've only been with one woman on the whole show, right? Felicity, you have not
yes, that you're aware of. Well,
steered away from the marriage yet. In the introduction, I said that you really were the supportive super husband during Lynette's cancer.
I'm the supportive super husband?
Oh, okay. And
silly way to say it.
Okay, and well, tell me what you learned from playing those scenes with Felicity.
Nothing, Will. Honest, no, I mean that. I mean that frankly. I mean that directly.
Well, I mean, it was a serious storyline that went on for a long time. A lot of drama happened in the marriage.
Right.
I'm sure it affected you in some way, having to play those scenes and her crying or losing her hair.
Oh, with the cancer
yes.
and all of the things that we've been through.
Yeah.
It always is impactful if you have some sensitivity to it, and that people actually go through this in life. But frankly, in other words, I think you were asking the question, how has it informed me? And pretty much, Felicity and I both say that we bring our life outside of the characters. Our real life informs the life of the character. It doesn't happen the other way around. So as great as our writers are, we don't take away lessons. Actors bring their life to their work. And so essentially, it is the rest of life that informs the actor, and then the actor brings that to the work. So. But it's been interesting and harrowing. I mean, the cancer stuff was, there was a moment for Tom regarding the cancer that I had heard good things about from other people who had spouses who had survived cancer, and that was, it's like a bomb going off and there's shrapnel, and the spouses are also affected by the cancer, and Tom acknowledges that going through that. So that was another wonderful thing about the writing, and a truthful moment that was, I guess that was enlightening to me. I discovered that because I've not had to endure that. So I guess there are some things that I learned, but pretty much actors bring the information that they garner through their life experience, and it informs their work emotionally through the character.
And the scene that he's talking about, all of us on the writing staff, the way it kind of works is we all bring our own personal lives into the room. So, many people on the writing staff had connections with family members who've had cancer or other diseases. So that came out of one of the writers, pitched the line, your cancer's not just happening to you, it's happening to me. And so that's the thing we try to do, and I think when we're at our best is that we're bringing those small moments of interesting clarity to situations, but that have really happened to people that we know or to ourselves. And what's great is that we kind of give our take on it, and the actors take it and run with it.
Well, you did a really great job with it, and you also gave it the comic elements too, which takes us back to the show being a classic comedy. And that's not easy to do, funny cancer.
No, funny cancer. No,
not easy.
No, and that's a compliment to our writers. It's what happened here in the interview tonight. You felt it. We started talking about cancer, and it killed everything. But, but it was going great up to then. But no, that was Mark and Bob said right from the start. We don't want to go dark. There will be gallows humor, as there always is with that sort of thing, but. They were able to access the absurdity or the funny elements of it, and that's critical.
We actually started with two people, Robert Schimmel, who's a stand-up comedian that some of you might know. He suffered a very violent form of cancer and miraculously survived it. He came in to talk to the writers, and then a good friend of mine, Deborah Praver, who's also a stand-up comedian who had survived cancer. She came in to talk about it, and we got two people who had comedic points of view because they had gone through it, and even in their darkest moments, they were able to talk about it. And ABC didn't want me to do a cancer storyline because they thought it was just going to be this deadly serious thing, and I went, no, people fighting for life, and then having a sense of humor about their circumstances, that can be funny. And so, I pitched all the ideas, and doing the marijuana episode, or doing stuff about her taking off her wig, keeping the cancer from her friends. We found as many ways as we could to examine that and still have a sense of humor. And that's really the hardest part about the show is we swing dramatic, then we go broad comedic, and trying to make it all cohesive is the hardest part of our job. But we felt good about that.
But to me, the show is at its best when a darkly serious moment turns funny, or a really funny moment turns dramatic on a dime. I mean, I think that's...
Yeah, that's what we love to do.